That should be number 2, right?
Excuse me, defense counsel, did you receive the PCAO Rex that I sent?
I did. Thank you, Neil.
Wonderful. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the Rizzuti ones. They'll be done momentarily.
Thank you.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ezekiel Weaver.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today because you failed to appear in justice court. A warrant was issued for your arrest. What I'm going to do is set a $100 bond and give you a new court date of tomorrow with Judge Canarjo. I'm going to reappoint Janet Alsulu to be your lawyer. Standard release conditions will apply, including alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons. Don't return to the scene of the crime. Again, you're going to have court tomorrow at 10 a.m. Ms. Alsulu is going to be your lawyer, and she will be available for you at that time. Good luck to you.
All right.
Let me see. Your Honor, he also has 2 city cases.
He did? Mr. Weaver's still there, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Weaver, you also have a warrant out of the city of Tucson. I'm going to appoint a lawyer in Tucson for you and set your bond also at $100 on that matter. Give you a new court date of the 19th. And if you are released, the new date will be October the 13th. All right, good luck to you, sir.
So, so here, go around to that.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Luann Connor.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have charges out of Marana on a domestic violence charge. I am going to release you, give you a new court date in Marana on October the 8th at 10 a.m. Standard release.
Yes.
Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of the crime. If you have property you're at that location, you can return there once to get that property by calling the Marana Police Department. Other release conditions are no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, and commit no acts of domestic violence. So you are being released. Your next court date is October the 8th at 10 a.m. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hard stuff, it's a maybe that to appoint another contractor.
Oh, did I check the wrong box? Sorry. You are down. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Tremaine Johnson.
Hi. Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you're charged with criminal damage and disorderly conduct out of Oro Valley.
Correct.
I'm going to release you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to give you a new court date of next Wednesday, the 17th of September at 9 a.m. in Oro Valley Town Court. You must appear at that time.
It's on the order.
9 a.m. next Wednesday.
Under legal conditions will apply, including don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no act of domestic violence, no weapon. Also, no contact with any victims. Don't return to the incident location. So you must appear next week. And I am the judge in Oro Valley, so I will see you then, and we will have a public defender there for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're released. Good luck to you.
All good to go.
You're good to go?
Your Honor?
Yeah.
Conver Nathaniel's not gonna be able to make it to court today.
Okay, I'll move him to this afternoon then.
Thank you.
That was Johnson. He was one of our cases. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Tina Minson?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have warrants out of justice court and you also have warrants out of the city of Tucson. The purpose of this hearing is for me to set release conditions. What I'm going to do on your justice court warrants, I'm going to appoint William Carvin to be your lawyer. On both of your cases, I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to give you a new court date of tomorrow at 1 p.m. in justice court. Mr. Carvin will be your lawyer on all matters. Standard release conditions will apply in your case, including no contact with any victims, don't return to the scene of the crime. So on these two justice court matters, your bond is $100 and you're going to have court tomorrow. Now let's talk about your warrants out of the city of Tucson. It looks like you have about 10 files out of the city of Tucson. What I'm going to do on your Tucson City cases is I'm going to set your bond at $100, appoint an office of a public defender to represent you. I am going to give you a new court date in Tucson for a video review on September the 19th. That'll be at 1:45 p.m. If you post the bonds and are released, you must appear on October the 21st at 9:30 a.m. Again, your Tucson bond is $100. So you're going to have court tomorrow and you're going to have the court on the 19th.
And I can go home then?
No. No. Good luck to you. You'll have court tomorrow and then on the 19th. Okay?
So on the 19th I can go home?
Yes. You have a good day.
Thank you. John?
Good morning.
Good morning. Can I have your name, please?
Don Michael Norman.
You're here today because you have charge of a neglect of an animal and then you have a warrant out of city of Tucson. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct your initial appearance today. I am going to release you on these charges, give you a new court first in Marana on October the 8th at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you're going to be released on your Marana case. You're going to need to appear on October the 8th.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go on to your Justice Court case now. I'm going to release you on your Justice Court case and give you a new court date of September the 22nd at 8:30 in the morning here in Justice Court here in downtown Tucson. Standard release conditions will apply. Again, your new court date is going to be September the 22nd, at 8:30 in the morning, and you are being released. If you need an attorney, they will appoint one at that time.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go on to your Tucson City Court case now. It appears that you have a warrant for criminal trespassing out of the city of Tucson. I'm going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of October the 21st, 2025 at 9 a.m. in Tucson City Court with Judge Bond. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. So you're being released on all of your cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, a warrant is going to issue for your arrest?
I do.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Ryan,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ryan Sully.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a warrant out of Justice Court, and you also have multiple warrants out of the city of Tucson. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
What I'm going to do is release you on this Justice Court warrant and give you a new court date of September the 16th at 2:30 p.m. in Justice Court. Standard release conditions will apply, but you must appear in Justice Court at that time. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, let's go on to your Tucson City Court cases then. You have warrants out of the city of Tucson. I'm going to release you, give you a new court date of October the 13th at 2:30 p.m. with Judge Cranshaw. So you are being released on your cases, but you must appear in court. Also, the condition of release is you can't return to any scene of any crime. So you are being released. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Alyssa,
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Alyssa Ball.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct your initial appearance today. You're before the courts on a charge of disorderly conduct, domestic violence. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of October the 14th at 1:30 p.m. in Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson with Judge Millian. Standard release conditions are going to apply in your case, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons. Also, you cannot return to the scene of the crime. You cannot have any contact with any victims. If you have property at that location, you can return once with the police to get that property. So you are being released. Do you have any questions?
Is there a way I can see the time and the date and the location later?
We're going to send over a copy of all those dates and the paperwork for you. Yes. You're going to get you're going to get a printed copy. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good
That's
luck to you.
Thank you.
Coffee?
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Abram Walking.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with assault, domestic violence. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date. That new court date is going to be October the 14th at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon in Justice Court or in Tucson City Court in Tucson. The conditions of release are no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, no firearms. Also, you're not to return to the scene of the crime and you're not to have any contact with any victims. Do you understand these release conditions?
Yes, sir.
You can return once with police to get your property.
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Either of you have a new one of these. You could wipe that one out and that was yours. So,
Sir,
yeah, if you could. Thank you. Can I have your name, please?
Micah Simmons.
How about saying that again so that I can hear you?
Micah Simmons.
Okay, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today on charges of trespassing and other charges. I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date of October the 15th at 1:30 p.m. in Tucson City Court in downtown Tucson. You'll need to appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. And I'm assigning your case to Judge Mayhew. So you are being released, but you must appear in court at that time.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You too?
I'm sorry, I typed this. I put the dates on the wrong side. Good morning, sir. Can I have your name?
I saw y'all. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm the judge here in conducting your initial appearance today.
Nice to meet you.
You're here today because you have charges out of the city of Tucson.
Yes, sir.
I am going to release you. I'm going to give you a new court date.
Yes, sir.
That new court date is going to be October the 13th
Yes, sir.
at 9 a.m. in the city of Tucson. You need to appear at that time. Standard
Yes, sir.
conditions will include no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons, not to return to the scene of the crime. If you have property at that location, you can turn once with the police to get that property. So you are being released, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your name?
Benjamin Davis.
I am Judge Hazel.
We'll waive reading, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Does the state have a recommendation in the matter of Benjamin Davis?
Yes, Your Honor. One moment.
Sure, no problem.
Your Honor, what I have. Excuse me, let me pull up the right screen. I apologize.
It's okay. Your written recommendation is $250,000.
That is correct, Your Honor. Given the nature of these charges, given the fact that no terms of pretrial service monitoring could prevent this individual from realistically accessing any internet-connected device, there's really no way to prevent him from obtaining more of the materials. And these materials do fuel a very, very insidious industry. The state believes that this person is a risk to the community, as a risk of flight, and is a risk to the victims of this industry. And there is no way short of a high bond to ensure compliance with terms and no flight. Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, Mr. Davis is a long-term resident of this community. He has family support in this community, and they've indicated they will provide him full support. He has no felony history, and in fact, I don't see any history of any arrests of any kind. And I would just continue to point out, as Mr. Poston also did, that although the industry may be considered to be dangerous to victims, this particular case does not involve any contact with victims in the in-person contact, nor does his residence have anyone who might be a potential victim. While I recognize that access to devices may be a thing that the state cannot always control, it nonetheless doesn't make it impossible for a person to comply with orders. And there's no reason to believe that he cannot or would not comply with this court's orders, that he have no contact with any internet-connected device. And for that reason, I'm asking you to release him to pretrial services. And certainly, if you feel a bond is necessary of any kind, there's no reason to believe that he would skip out on court attendance. No reason in his history that would indicate that. But if you believe a bond is important, then it should be a bond set at a level that his family can post so that he can gain his freedom while he fights these charges in court. So I'm asking you to release him to pretrial services with orders not to have access with any internet-connected device.
All right, thank you. I'm going to do the following. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to set up the bond at $100,000 cash secured, pretrial if posted. Standard release conditions will apply, including no contact with any victims. Also, I'm going to order no use of any internet connected device if he is released. Sir, your next court date is September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I understand who was appointed to represent
Oh,
him.
I'm sorry, the public defender. That was my
All right,
mistake.
thank you.
Thank you. That was my mistake.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
Can I have your name, please?
Andres Mendoza.
Judge Hazel, you're charged with possession of narcotic drug for sale. State have a recommendation in this matter?
Your Honor, in this matter, the state is recommending $25,000. This is indicative of drug trafficking. This kind of weight will carry mandatory prison time, given what we're looking at. And Your Honor, I am also noting, one moment. The other indicia, he's underage, the other indicia, and overall, there is very little in terms of information that would show he is not a flight risk. I would also notice he is an NBCAS and he's a 4-3. Thank you.
Attorney for the defendant?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's not clear what Mr. Poston means when he says that being underage is somehow an indication of being a flight risk. That doesn't seem to be my experience. He certainly has community support in the community. He's been a long-term resident of this community. There's no indication here that there would be anywhere to flee to. And certainly no indication of any felonies on his record. Recognizing that Mr. Poston is assuming that they will prove all charges and all allegations, then the case would be a prison mandatory case. At this stage, none of that has been proven. He should be released to pretrial services, certainly in recognition of the fact that he has no felony history at all. He should be released to pretrial services. And if you do need to set a bond, I'm recommending a bond under $2,500 so that his family can post that for him. Thank you.
Sir, I'm going to set your matter for preliminary hearing on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 cash secured. Standard release conditions will apply. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in all further proceedings. Good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Here it all. Around, they come all the way. We go there, right? Stare them. Hi,
can I have your name, please?
Hey, Joseph Archie.
You're here today because you have a warrant for your arrest out of Superior Court with a $1,000 bond. Does the state wish to be heard on this case?
Your Honor, this is, I'm sorry, this is Mr.
Yes.
Arce?
Yes.
The $5,000 warrant amount, Your Honor. He's got a history of failures to appear, hence the that should be, the first amount was 1,000 and then it was 5,000, so that is the state's recommendation.
All right. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, Mr. Arce would like to be released to pretrial services. We will submit on the remaining record.
Yeah, I'm going to affirm the $1,000 bond amount in the warrant, set the matter for an arraignment on the 17th of September at 1:30 p.m. I am going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Standard release conditions will apply in this case. So you also have a case out of the city of Tucson. Let's take a look at that. You have a paraphernalia charge out of the city of Tucson. I am going to release you on that matter, appoint you counsel, and set the matter for non-transfer review on the 31st of October 2025. So on that charge, you're being released.
Okay.
And an attorney's being appointed for you. Good luck to you.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yes. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Allison Beard.
You're here today on the charge of transfer of a narcotic drug involving a minor in a drug offense. The state have a recommendation?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I don't see this individual. What was the defendant's last name?
Blair. B-A-I.
Oh,
It's
B-A-I.
pronounced Vic.
looked like we're going out of sequence, so one moment. Just a moment. One moment. Judge, I'm not seeing this Blair in the information I had. One moment.
Yeah, you didn't submit a written recommendation.
I must have missed that. It must have populated afterwards. I do apologize,
So the
Judge.
allegation is that she was at a location where somebody passed away from drug use, and that at some other location there was a minor, and there was a belief that she may have supplied drugs to that person. That's the allegation.
Okay, I have it here. It just somehow didn't make it into the final collation. Your Honor, given the circumstances, which are rather concerning, the state asked for a $5,000 bond released to pretrial if posted.
All right, attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, I'm asking that you release her to pretrial services. She has no felony history. She has full-time employment. And at its core, Your Honor, this is not an issue involving a minor. At its core, this is an issue involving substance abuse and the possession of a small quantity of drugs. It is not certainly the sort of case that we need to be concerned about community endangerment in being involved here. So I believe pretrial services release is the most appropriate. Thank you, Judge.
All right, I'm going to release her to pretrial service, give her a new court date of September the 30th at 1:30 p.m. in Justice Court. Standard release conditions will apply. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender. Ma'am, your next court date is September the 30th at 1:30. You must appear at that time or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Thank you. Hi, can I have your name?
Dominic Augustine Clark.
You're here today on charges of possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. State have a recommendation?
Your Honor, we're looking at Mr. Clark, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to go back to the beginning after looking for Bear. Release to pretrial services, screen for steps.
Defense agrees.
Yep. Defense waives time for a timely preliminary hearing.
Yes.
Clark has an APO hold.
Oh, Your Honor, the staff here is telling us there's an adult probation hold.
Okay, well, then I'll set it timely then. We didn't have a hold when we started today, but I will note that.
Got it.
We'll put-
Yes, I also didn't see the hold, but Your Honor, I would ask that you set a low bond of $1,100.
All right, sir, I'm going to set your matter for steps hearing. That's a program that if you complete, your charges can be dismissed. I am going to set a cash secured bond of $1,000 pretrial if posted for the purpose that you do have a hold. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I'm setting this matter for a preliminary hearing on September the 22nd and a steps hearing on September the 17th. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Your Honor, I was having some connectivity issues. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, can I have your name?
Ana Cortés.
A little bit slower so I can hear you, please.
Ana Cortés.
Okay, you're here today on charges of possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of narcotic drugs. State have a position in this matter?
Release to pretrial, screen for steps, Judge.
Defense agrees and we'll waive time on these.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to release you under standard release conditions. Set your matter for a steps hearing on the 17th of September. That's a program for you to get your case dismissed. By completing it, a preliminary hearing on October the 17th. You are being released. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Public defender appointed?
Yes. I'm sorry, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Noah Ellington.
You're here today on charges of aggravated DUI, possession of narcotic drugs. State have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. For this individual, 3,500 plus GTS.
Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, I'm asking for release to pretrial services. There's obviously a substance problem here. Mr. Ellington needs to start addressing that. Pretrial services is the appropriate way to do that.
All right, thank you. I'm going to set a $2,000 cash secured bond set the matter for preliminary hearing on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender. Standard release conditions will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons. Sir, your next court date is going to be the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Good luck to you, sir. Is it still in the final review? On mine, it just says released. Yeah, I said it next week. I'm the judge there. Yeah. So yeah, when they're out of custody, we do them earlier. So I released them.
Things release.
Hi, can I have your name?
Hakeem Yalla.
Can you say it one more time for me, please?
Hakeem Yalla.
You're here today on charges of conspiracy, transportation of narcotic drugs for sale, transportation of marijuana. State have a recommendation?
Your Honor, the state's asking for 25,000. This looks like this is the transportation and the quantities alleged here speak to distributor level trafficking, and based on that, this state is of the opinion that this may end up with mandatory prison time, as well as making the defendant a flight risk. Now, looking at pretrial, he does have previous felony history, albeit a bit distant. Community ties are weak, and based on the foregoing, Your Honor, the state's asking for 25,000.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, I recognize the need for a bond in this case. It should be set substantially lower. I'm asking for $5,000. And I would just point out there is no history of failing to appear in the last 2 years, according to this pretrial services report. He's been cooperative with things in the recent past. And I think that if he can post that bond, he can be trusted to come to court. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. In this case, I'm going to appoint the legal defender. I'm going to impose standard release conditions, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. I'm going to set the bond at $10,000 cash secured pretrial if posted. I'm going to set the matter for a preliminary hearing on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Again, the legal defender is appointed in this charge. Good luck to you, sir.
Justin?
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Justin Harris.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct your initial appearance. You're charged with felony DUI and possession of dangerous drugs. Does the state have a position?
Your Honor, 3,500. He's got a prior DUI, and this has all the earmarks of a meth or cocaine DUI. Admittedly, the field sobriety tests are validated for alcohol. They do provide useful information for other substances, and based on those numbers, it certainly appears the defendant may have been impaired by some substance, and it wouldn't be his first time if he was. So the state's worried about that. And as of 2020, he was a 5 out of 5. At the time I wrote my rec, I didn't have the current rating, but it seems to have come up now. He's got an active warrant out of what looks like New Mexico, and he's a 3-3 on both scales, $3,500.
Thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, I'm asking for pretrial services release, and I would just point out a couple of things. First of all, he has full-time employment. Secondly, if you look at the list of his prior convictions, you'll see that both of his prior felonies have been designated as misdemeanors. And in fact, the DUI that Mr. Poston mentioned is from 2008, 17 years old. I think that this is somebody who perhaps has some struggles, but also is actually actively working on those things, actively working on trying to be a better person, and can be trusted to come to court, can be trusted to cooperate with this process. I'm asking for release to pretrial services, Your Honor.
Thank you. Based on the fact that he has that warrant, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000 cash secured. Pretrial services, if posted, set the matter for a preliminary hearing on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Standard release conditions will apply. I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender. Those conditions include don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. Sir, your next court date is September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. and I am appointing the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Good luck to you, sir.
William?
Hi, can I have your name, please?
William.
Your full name, please?
Jacob, J-A-A-Y.
Okay, you're here today because you have a warrant for driving on a suspended license, new charges of possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of a weapon in a drug offense, and driving on a suspended license.
Excuse me, possession of a weapon offense. I'm not a prohibited possessor, sir.
Your Honor, may I just speak with Mr. K for a brief moment?
Well, I'll advise him not to make statements about the case at this point. Let's hear what the prosecutor wants to say.
Your Honor, given all of the facts, the state recommends a $2,500 bond and release to pretrial if posted. The presence of non-drug offense negates the ability to go to steps.
Thank you.
Your Honor, although that is typically true, it also has not been screened through steps yet, and certainly he should be eligible for steps, particularly if he's not charged with that offense. And that charging decision also has not been made at this point. Mr. K has no felonies. He has obvious substance abuse issues, but he's a long-term resident of this community. I'm asking you to release him to pretrial services, and I'm asking you to go ahead and set the steps hearing. You can waive time on the preliminary hearing, but set the steps hearing and allow him to go through the screening process rather than simply being negated from this purely because the screening hasn't been done yet. Thank you, Judge.
I'm going to release him through pretrial, set the matter for a step hearing on the 17th, preliminary hearing on October the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent the defendant. Standard release conditions will apply, including no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. I'm directing that he surrender all firearms, and I'm going to direct him to be monitored by pretrial services. Again, I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender. On his other case, I am going to release him, give him a new court date in Justice Court on September the 22nd at for an arraignment at 8:30 in the morning with Judge Miller with those same standard release conditions. So, sir, you are being released. Make sure you make your next court date. The steps hearing, if you are determined qualified, would be allow you to dismiss your case. So good luck to you.
So I'm being released today?
Yes.
Mike, could you have your name, please?
Miranza.
You're here proof because you have warrant for your arrest out of Superior Court. You failed to appear. Judge Metzger set a bond in the amount of $5,000. You also have new charges of possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of narcotic drugs. State have a recommendation in these matters?
Yes, Your Honor. Upon further review, I see two on this one. There's the $5,000 warrant, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And on the drug case, the state is going to modify it. There was a misunderstanding at first. It's simple possession of drugs, alleged of drugs and drug paraphernalia. So we're going to, because of the warrant amount, we're going to ask for $1,500 bond released to pretrial post screen for steps if it becomes feasible.
Okay, attorney for the defendant.
We agree with that, Your Honor. The bond's necessary due to the probation hold.
Okay, thank you. First, on the Superior Court matter, I'm going to affirm the bond of $5,000, appoint the Office of Public Defender, standard release conditions. That'll be a cash secured bond pretrial if posted. Standard conditions: don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. And again, appoint the public defender in that case. In the other matter, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000 cash secured. Again, appoint the public defender, set it for a steps hearing on the 17th, preliminary hearing on the 22nd. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah.
Please.
Stephen Allen Moore.
Today on charges of possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. The allegation of this offense was committed while you were on release. I read the state's no bond recommendation. Does the state have anything else to add?
No, Your Honor.
Attorney for the defendant?
We need the bond eligibility hearing, please, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set this for a bond hearing on September the 15th at 2:30 p.m. Order he be held without bond. I am going to appoint or reaffirm the appointment of Amanda Bynum to be his attorney. Standard release conditions will apply if he's released, including pretrial services, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons. Sir, you're set.
Thursday.
Bond hearing on September the 15th at 2:30 p.m. Good luck to you, sir. Hi, can I have your name?
My name is Frank Pepper.
You're here today on charges of transportation of narcotic drugs for sale, transportation of marijuana. State have a recommendation other than what they put in their report of $25,000?
Your Honor, given the co-defendant's rulings, the state's going to modify that to $10,000
All right, attorney.
plus release to pretrial.
Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, I'm asking for pretrial services release, Mr. Tirambed. I apologize, sir, for mispronouncing your name. Your Honor, the defendant is a long-term resident. He has no felony convictions, and the allegation against him is that he was driving a car where other people were committing crimes. Certainly, this is not the same stance of cases in the case of his co-defendants, so I'm asking for pretrial services release.
Thank you. I'm going to set the bond in this amount at $5,000 cash secured. Set the matter for a preliminary hearing on September 22nd. I am going to appoint the legal advocate to represent the defendant in this matter. Standard conditions of release will apply, including don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. The defendant also has a number of cases out of the city of Tucson. On those cases, I am going to release him and set the matter for a non-transport review. And I'm going to do that and set that on October the 31st at 10:30 and at 9 o'clock in the morning. So on your Tucson cases, sir, you're being released. Good luck to you, sir. That form, I don't know how to fill that one out. Huh? I signed it.
Michael?
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Michael Timothy Palmore.
So you're here today on charge with domestic violence, aggravated assault. Mr. Poston, do you have anything to add besides your bond recommendation?
No, Your Honor.
I have that.
Other than, Your Honor, the only reason it is not is not much higher is the defendant's lack of similar crimes in the past. The state is very concerned when it comes to DV strangulation. The statistics are well known to the legal community. $25,000.
Right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, I'm asking for release to pretrial services, and the difference here between your more run-of-the-mill domestic violence and this one, Mr. Poston indicated, there's no history of this domestic violence, but also the instigation here was one indicating a high depth of concern that he has for his stepson. That this was, quite frankly, Your Honor, this was an incident that occurred more out of love than it did out of any other emotion. And I would point out the victims want his release. They've asked for continued contact with him. They've asked for him to come back to their home. I think this is an appropriate thing in this case to release him to pretrial services and allow him to return home into that same situation, because the instigating event is not going to recur. And in this case, they need him and he needs them, and this is a situation that this family needs to work out together. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going to set the bond at $15,000 cash secured pretrial if the bond is posted. Standard release conditions will apply, including don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. And I am appointing the Office of Public Defender to represent the defendant in this matter. Good luck to you, sir. Okay, thank you. Hi, can I have your name, please?
My name is Steve Vivek.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today because you're charged with failure to return rental property, possession of narcotic drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
They have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. What? One moment.
Your recommendation was $1,500.
That's correct, Your Honor. That is what the state recommends.
Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, I'm asking you to release her to pretrial services and to also have her screened for STEP. This is a drug case. The only reason that it appears that the STEP screening wouldn't occur is the presence of a U-Haul in which she apparently made a statement at the scene that she didn't know that there was any indication that it was stolen. This is certainly a case the state might not even pursue other than the drug charges, and she ought to be screened for STEPs in that circumstance. Certainly, she hasn't had any trouble with the law, according to the report, in the last 20 years, and so the pretrial services supervision is appropriate here. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I'm going to set this for a STEP hearing on September the 18th, 17th at 9 a.m. Set it for a preliminary hearing on October the 27th at 1:30 p.m. I'm going to order the STEP screening in this case, and I am going to order the defendant be released with standard conditions. Those standard conditions include no contact with any victims. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Don't drive without a valid license. No alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, and again, supervision through pretrial services. So, ma'am, you are being released. You're going to be set for a STEPS hearing. That's a program, and if you complete that program, that charge will be dismissed, or if you're screened eligible for that program. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Tyler?
Sir, could I have your name, please?
Tyler Bizzuti.
I have to, you're here today on a bunch of felony matters, but also you have a matter out of the city of Tucson. To simplify the process a little bit, on the Tucson City case, I'm going to release you and appoint you a public defender and set that matter for video review on October the 31st. Now let's go over your felony matters then. You have charges of a second-degree burglary, attempted burglary, burglary, theft, possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, more burglary and more theft charges. So you're here today on 4 different complaints. And you're also being held by the probation department. You have a hold, so that means that I don't have legal authority to release you. Mr. Postum, do you have anything else but your recommendation? I believe you asked for $5,000 in each of these cases.
That's correct. The fourth one, however, 3 out of 4 is $1,500 for the drug case for time credit. Other than that, Your Honor, this person has quite a few separate instances, quite a few cases. I think there's an APO hold, as the court has likely mentioned, and he's a 5 out of 5. This person poses a danger of flight and danger to the community.
Attorney for the defendant?
Your Honor, because of the probation hold, we'll submit on the record.
All right. I'm going to recognize the probation hold, understanding the defendant can't be released, appoint the office of the public defender in all cases, set the bonds at $5,000 cash secured with the standard conditions, including no contact with any victim, don't return to the scene of the crime. Again, we're going to set these for a preliminary hearing on September the 22nd. Standard conditions are no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, no weapons. And sir, your next court date will be on September the 22nd on these 4 cases, plus whatever court dates you have when you appear on your probation violation. So it will be set separately. So I always tell everyone in a situation where they have a hold like that, it's not recommended you post the bond because you would not be released. And that could put the bond in jeopardy. So I just recommend that to people until their probation violation matter is resolved. So good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, just to clarify for the staff here, is that $5,000 on each case consecutive or concurrent with each other?
It can't be concurrent because they're separate cases. So it's $5,000 on each.
Thank you, Judge.
We can revisit that if his probation hold disappears. Hi, can I have your name, please?
Cashmere, Shelley, Cashmere, Shelley.
You're here today on a charge of criminal trespassing, criminal damage, and disorderly conduct. Mr. Postum, do you have anything to add besides your recommendation of the $5,000 bond?
No, Judge.
My intention is to release him and set this for a preliminary hearing. Does the defense want to add anything?
No, Your Honor.
So I'm going to release you and set you for a preliminary hearing on September the 30th at 1:30 p.m. with standard release conditions. I am going to appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I am going to order no contact with any victims. Don't return to the incident location. You'll be released on the following conditions. Don't drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms, and you are being supervised by pretrial services. Good luck to you.
Isaiah?
Sir, can I have your name, please?
Isaiah Michael Jesus Trujillo.
I am Judge Hazel. You're here today because you have a charge of discharging a firearm within city limits. Mr. Poston, you recommended $5,000 in this case. What else would you like to add?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, that should be 25, given the fact that we're looking at a person who is alleged to have discharged 4 shots in the direction of the other party. It is likely, based on a fact pattern, that 1, additional charges are coming, and 2, that the defendant presents a risk specifically to the alleged victim, but in general towards the community as a whole.
All right, thank you. Attorney for the defendant?
One moment, Your Honor. I just need to review something. Okay, Your Honor, I'm asking for release to pretrial services supervision. I'm pointing out that Mr. Trujillo has no history of felony complaints. He's a long-term resident of this community, and my reading of the incident, the complaint that was filed, does not indicate that he fired shots at people, but rather that he fired it down an alleyway. It would be in a different direction than the people were, according to this. Certainly, that doesn't mean that shots should be fired under any circumstances such as these, but it does not indicate the risk to community that Mr. Poston believed it sees here. And so I'm asking for release to pretrial services.
All right, thank
Judge,
you.
State would respond by saying, 1, a stray bullet can kill just as easily as one with an intent, and firing something towards the ground in general is incredibly dangerous, and therefore the state made its recommendation as such. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to make the following rulings. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I'm going to set this matter for a preliminary hearing on September the 22nd. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500 cash secured. I'm going to direct the defendant not drive without a valid license, no alcohol, no drugs, no firearms. If he has firearms, they must be surrendered. I'm appointing the Office of the Public Defender. If bond is posted in this case, he will be supervised through pretrial services. Good luck to you, sir.
Dalton?
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Dalton, right?
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. I'm here to conduct your initial appearance. You're here today on a charge of discharging a firearm within city limits, misconduct with a weapon, prohibited possessor, aggravated assault, and again, that firearms charge. Mr. Poston, you recommended a bond of $10,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then
This
75
individual,
on the other one.
that is correct, Your Honor. First off, the charge, forgive me, the numbers should be flipped. The 75 should be on the case ending in 0039, and 0026 is on the other. In the case in 0029, it would appear that the defendant allegedly just drove up to a crowd of people and fired a Glock 17 with an illegal switch, modifying it to full auto, discharging at least 73 rounds of ammunition. Post Miranda, it would appear he had admitted the gun was his, and this is a person who's already a prohibited possessor firing a full automatic weapon into a crowd. Now, that, in the state's estimation, justifies the $75,000. And, Your Honor, we have yet another. A total of $85,000 is appropriate, Your Honor. This person has opened fire on a lot of people with a lot of rounds. It's a miracle somebody isn't dead.
Thank you.
75 and 10.
And I did the co-defendants over the weekend. All right. Attorney for the defendant.
Your Honor, I'm recommending a bond as well, substantially lower. I think a bond of $10,000 in each matter is appropriate, considering the concerns that Mr. Poston has indicated. But in addition to that, Your Honor, it's not the purpose of a release bond to do any more than secure the defendant's attendance at court. It can't protect the community. The bond can't protect the community, and it has to be set, by law, has to be set at a level that can be posted, that is within the reach of his family to be able to post. He does not have a lot of money. His family does not have a lot of money. Certainly, recognizing the need for a bond, it should be set at $10,000 each. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I am going to take the following actions in this case. I'm going to appoint the legal defender to represent the defendant. In each case, I'm going to set the bond in the amount of $25,000 cash secured. Pre-trial if the bond is posted. I'm going to set this matter for preliminary hearing on September the 22nd at 1:30 p.m. in both cases. Sir, your total bond is $50,000. The additional condition is if you are released, you must surrender all weapons to law enforcement. Also, have no contact with any victims. Don't return to the scene of any crime. So your total bond is $50,000. Your next court date is September the 22nd, and the legal defender has been appointed for you. So good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hi, can I have your name, please?
Ramon Alzapeta.
Hi, I'm Judge Hazel. You're here today charged with discharging a firearm within city limits, mid-contact.
No, not me, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. I was looking at the last.
Oh, I got scared already. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, we have to scare one person a day. You're here today charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of our narcotic drugs for sale. Do you understand why you're here today? Okay. Does the state have a recommendation?
$7,500, Your Honor, plus release to pretrial. If posted, dealer weight, extremely extensive felony history. The state believes that this person is a risk of flight. He's got a warrant out of Douglas as well. Looking again at his history, we're looking at federal convictions, plenty out of Cochise, drug convictions out of Texas, more federal drug charges.
Yeah, sir,
Sir, don't speak when the prosecutor's speaking. You have a lawyer for that purpose, don't you?
And he's an FTA out of a recent case in Douglas. So that is where we are, Your Honor, $7,500.
That got dropped already, Douglas?
Attorney for the defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. First of all,
I completed my classes.
hold on. First of all, Mr. Zepeda is indicating that the Douglas matter has been dismissed. That's something that his attorney and I can try to confirm for him and for the court. Recognizing the extensive history that's in the pre-sentence report, it's still the case that Mr. Zepeda has lived here in Tucson for 3 years. He has a job here. He has a family here. I don't believe that he is a flight risk, but I also don't believe that the state's belief that he is a flight risk is really cognizant here. The fact is that he does not intend to flee. If you set a bond, it should be a very low bond of $1,100. I'm asking for release to pretrial services.
And I give him a prison for his last sentence.
Okay, first I'm going to take care of the Tucson City matter. You have shoplifting warrants out of the city of Tucson. What I'm going to do is set the bond in that matter at $100, give you a video review date of the 19th, and appoint a public defender to represent you, with the condition that you not return to that location. So on your Tucson matter, the bond is $100. If you get released, you'll appear on the 17th. Let's go on to your felony matter now, after hearing the arguments of counsel. I will take your avowal that the Douglas matter has been taken care of. I'm going to set the bond in this new matter in the amount of $2,500 cash secured. I'm going to set the matter for a preliminary hearing on the 22nd at 1:30 with standard release conditions. I'm also appointing the office of the public defender in this matter. So, sir, if you post those bonds, you'll be released. Otherwise, you'll be transported to your next hearing. Good luck to you.
One question, sir. The one from here from Tucson, the shoplifting, I got released on pretrial like 3 weeks ago, and that all those charges were dropped.
Sir, I'm not going to argue with you. You have a warrant.
I'm not.
Counsel, can you tell your client not to argue with me, please? He has a warrant.
I will be wrong now.
Set the bond at $100. All right, everybody have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day. Thank you, counsel.
Turn off the video.